everybody, welcome back to Rock My Bean, and we are going to a next Led Zeppelin song, which is called Heartbreaker.
Another classic hit from Led Zeppelin. Have you ever heard Heartbreaker?
No.
It's a classic hit. It was on the radio a lot back in the 70s, and maybe still is.
Is that a ballad or a hard rock song?
It's a rock song. It's a hard rock song.
Yeah.
Not a ballad. But it's an older song.
Yeah.
And, it's a good one. It's a classic Led Zeppelin song, and I want you to hear all the classics.
Okay.
And listen to the music and see what you think about it. Okay.
Okay.
So you've never heard Heartbreaker? Let's do Heartbreaker. I like the drums on this song. Good drums.
Okay.
All right, here we go with Heartbreaker.
It's giving a roll.
Here we go, and it's 3, 2, 1.
One, go.
Rock it.
Have you heard the news? You know, the man is back in town. I won't take long to
There we go.
Thank you so much, Led Zeppelin. That was a really good song. Heartbreaker.
Yeah, yeah.
Heartbreaker.
About someone who's had his heart broken by someone, a failing relationship, a girlfriend left him or whatever, and he feels terrible. And this is kind of the song. He's a little bit angry, upset, sad, and it's all mixed up.
Yeah.
So what you think about the song? I mean,
I really liked it, but I was not impressed with the. I'm not impressed with the title of the song.
Yeah, Mark likes happy songs. Doesn't like anything that suggests something isn't happy, so that's where he's at. But okay, so that's understandable. You haven't ever had your heart broken, so you don't know what it's like. But if you have, you get it. Okay? Yeah. You will get that someday, and then you'll understand the song. Yeah. But for now, besides the name of the song, what'd you like about the drumming?
I really love the drumming.
Yeah. It's fun drumming.
Yeah. I wish I'd be able to play it.
Well, I mean, it's not as hard as some Zeppelin songs. Although the bass drum's a little tricky. But Bonham's bass drums usually are tricky. So that's not unusual for Bonham. You know, the snare and hi-hat sound good, but that bass drum is dun 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 dun. That's where the trick is. Yeah. So that makes Bonham's drum parts harder than they sound. Yeah. Anything else you like about the song?
I really like the singing, and I really like this very long stop with the guitar.
Yeah. They stopped, and then Jimmy Page did his little guitar thing. I never really. The one thing about this guitar break of his, it was good, but he's done better. This is not one of my favorite Jimmy Page breakdowns. It was all right. Now, this is Zeppelin II. This is their second album. Came out in the early 70s. I think 71 maybe. So this is the state of rock and roll at that period of time. Zeppelin was breaking new ground with rock music here. And other bands like Grand Funk Railroad and some other bands were coming out I think Black Sabbath, Deep Purple, and hardening the rock sound. Going from like sort of an acid rock, soft rock, Beatles kind of rock, or head music in the late 60s, to something a little more edgier. And so this is kind of where it was. No keyboards. You could hear John Paul Jones' bass. Boo, 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 boo. Interesting sound on his bass. Yeah. Excuse me. So rock music in the early 70s was very guitar strong. Where in the 60s, the Hammond organ was being played a lot. But they dropped a lot of stuff was guitar oriented in the early 70s. And you can see where it was going from this song and other bands like this. But it's a classic song. If you turn on the radio, Mark, anytime in the 70s, this song would be on the radio. It was always on the radio. Yeah. It was a classic Zeppelin song.
The video was kind of repeating itself.
Yeah, the video was just something they put on there. It isn't even important. It's just a bunch of little scenes from the band. But the song is what's important here. And it did a breakdown. It would play the part. Yeah. And then it did a total break. Yeah. And then it did another same beat, the same time signature, but a little different part in the middle. Then it stopped again. Then it went back to that part that it began with. Yeah. So there was actually 2 or 3 parts of this song. Yeah. And it kept it interesting. All right. Well, you are hearing the full Led Zeppelin classic catalog. You've heard a lot of material of theirs now. Everything from Kashmir to When the Levee Breaks to Black Dog to Whole Lot of Love and Heartbreaker and Stairway to Heaven. You remember all those? Yes. 1 being the worst Zeppelin song, if there is such a thing, and I don't think there really is, and 10 being the best, which is a lot
I'm going with the very permanent 8.
Okay, that's good. That's an honest.
No, that's my first time that I'm giving it.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh!
Going below 9. Yeah. I can't call you Mr. 10 anymore. Okay, anyway, that's all right. That's fine. I liked hearing honest reaction, and this is your first time here. You're not a big Zeppelin fan. You like disco and dance. Yeah. You're a Gen Z guy. Yes. I totally get it, you know. And so, I was used to guitar rock when I heard this, so I really liked it. But you're used to other kinds of music, and so for you, it's kind of different. And I get that too. But it's a good rating for
so and Led Zeppelin was not an MTV, so I love MTV stuff.
Yeah, so. 1980 was their last year, so unfortunately they didn't make MTV. But anyway, so there you go, folks. Heartbreaker. Mark has reacted to Heartbreaker. But you don't hate it, and 8's a good score.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. You know, he has liked a lot of the Zeppelin songs. And
yeah.
If you don't share your music with the next generation, they're not going to hear it because the radio and the downloading, they're not. Well, the radio is playing it, but no one's listening to the radio anymore, really. But if they don't hear it, they don't know about it.
Yeah.
Especially their grandparents. This is their grandparents' music. That's not their parents' music.
Yeah.
I'm Mark's dad, but believe me, just barely. I mean, I could almost be his grandfather. And so, you know, a lot of the music kids out there today, these Gen Zs, their grandparents listen to this music, and they never heard it because their parents didn't listen to it, but their grandparents did. So if you play your music for this generation, a lot of them actually like it. It just needs to be introduced to them. So it's your job, boomers out there, and some of you Gen Xers, to play this music for your kids and your grandkids.
Yeah.
Because a surprising number actually dig it when they hear it. I've heard over and over and over.
Amazing.
Again. I mean, even Mark gets into like 70s disco and 80s MTV pop, synth pop.
Yeah.
Which is their grandparents' music and Gen Xers.
I really like 70s disco and 80s pop music.
So it's important that we introduce this generation to good music, because if you don't, believe me, the music industry will not. They will not. They're going back and auto-tuning.
Because that is not gonna. But that is not gonna stop me from listening to Eurodisco.
No, I mean you can listen to whatever you want, but it's good to be introduced to all the great music made out there, so you have a much wider.
And guess what? I love Roy Orbison. Yeah. I love ballad music.
He does.
Kind of like Andy Williams.
Yeah,
I'm listening to some of those sometimes when I fell in love with something.
Mark has a genuine like of music in general, and that's something.
But I'm very into MTV and disco.
He's more into the dance music, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But he likes a wide variety of music, and because he was introduced to it by his mother and by me, and so that really, really makes a difference. So please share your music with your grandkids and kids, because this is how you enrich their lives. Don't leave it up to the music industry. They will not do it for you. They will give them garbage, and they'll be happy with it.
Yeah.
You are responsible to keep this music alive. And like I said, when they hear it, a lot of times they like it.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to give this one a 9.
Okay.
Almost an 8.5, but a 9. It's not one of the best Zeppelin songs. It's not their second album, so it's kind of early in their career, but it's a good one, and so I'm going to give it a 9. I love the drum part. It's a fun one to play drums.
Yeah.
And other than that, I like the way it's put together. It's stitched together, and the breakdowns and stuff. It's an interesting song, and I like it. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give it a 9.
Yeah.
So you're getting it at 8.5. I'm giving it a 9.
Yeah.
That's all we have, folks. Thanks for joining us. Remember to check out Mark's DJ 2000 channel. Link is below.
We are doing this the next thing here.
Yeah, we're going to record some of those right now after we're done with this. And then we're also reacting to Rush, Led Zeppelin, of course, ABBA, and some Pink Floyd reactions.
Yeah.
And we're going to do some Queen reactions pretty soon.
And we're going to do Queen, the Rolling Stones.
Oh, yeah, Rolling Stones, too. So
how about Cars? We should do Cars.
Well, we will get into some of that.
And Fleetwood Mac.
We've already got some Fleetwood Mac and Cars on this channel, so go back and watch those reactions. We did some. All right, well, that's all we have. Mark, say goodbye.
See you later.
Remember to keep smiling, stay happy,
and keep rocking on.